Hello, folks. Welcome to Super Sunday, November 16th, 2025. Super Sunday. Any beverage brand can be examined. Beer, wine, liquor, coffee, tea, milk, juice, bottled water. Doesn't matter. Typing in my product here. I have Space Dust from Elysian Brewing. Here is Space Dust. Yeah. Introduced, can't remember. I'll look that up. Brewed in Seattle, Washington by Elysian Brewing Company, and I think it's also brewed at other. Yeah, I see you. I think it's brewed at some other facilities for them. Nice smoke coming out the bottle. And the Space Dust comes from this brewing process with the hops. Come on. So here we go. It's clear gold, kind of orange gold, bubbly. You can see the bubbles there. Off-white head, mostly white head though. All right. Turn on the lamps. It's overcast today. Let's see. Share the screen. Space Dust IPA. It's got a new label. It's an updated label. It's not really that different from the original. It's a little different. They're showing a can. I have bottles. I bought the 6-pack at Winn-Dixie for $8.99, $8.99 on sale. Comes in 22-ounce bottles, 12-ounce bottles, 12-ounce cans, 19.2-ounce cans. You can get a keg or a half keg. Oh, no, you don't want that. This bold, mischievously drinkable IPA balances the hop sweetness of candied grapefruit, mango, and pine with a medium body and a dry finish. I agree, the body is medium, the finish is dry. It's 4 out of 5 hop cones or higher. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 sugar cubes because there is some malty sweetness in there. They use pale C15 and dextra pills. That's the malts. Got some nice lacing on my glass, I'm noticing. The cat's smelling it. She's not going to drink it. Yeah, you just smell it. You don't drink grain-based products. You feline fandango. The hops are Chinook, Citra, and Amarillo. Space Dust. Oh, I knew they had it on here. Space Dust was first brewed in 2012 as a small taproom experiment using crushed hops and a touch of magic. Over the years, it has evolved into our most iconic beer, radiating pure star glow energy and spreading hop dust throughout the universe. The inspiration came from original Pop Rocks candy packaging around 1976. With permission from General Mills, we adapted the label to a hop cone, chomping down on a hop dust while in space. So they copied off of Pop Rocks, but they did get permission from General Mills to use that. Now, I think, let's see something about their beers. Lemon Daydream. Let's see, what is this? Phase Dust. Oh, Imperial Hazy. Space Dust, no haze. Craze. Juice Dust. Yeah, that one's around here these days. In the tall cans at the convenience store. Yeah, it's got the citrus juice in it, kind of added. It does have orange peel, if that's your thing. Dawn Again. Hazy 96. Odd Water. No thanks. Lemon Daydream. I know there's more than this, right? Elysian Fields. Classic. A lot of this stuff we don't get. Dragon's Tooth Stout. I found that in Honolulu last August. Never seen it in Louisiana. I did find a big bottle of it just like that. Or was it a can? I think it was a big tall can, actually. Imperial Oatmeal Stout. That was an awesome product. Can't remember. It's on my videos. Dayglow, Full Contact, Contact Haze. We used to get Contact Haze, Elysian Full Contact. We used to get Dayglow. We still get Night Owl. Dank Dust, we got that for a little while. Great Pumpkin, yes, we still can get that in the variety packs. Pumpkinchino, and there's a fourth one that they don't make anymore. All right, anyway, you get the idea. Didn't you just get that? You want more food? Hold on, folks. I think the cat is out of food. The kitten. Come here. Oh no. You've got food left and you're not getting more until you clean your plate. But she'll eat it all. It's a lot nicer than that can, the wet cat food I was giving her. She was so small when I rescued her from the car wash. I didn't think she could crunch the food, but then now she crunches it, you know. All right, let's look at the comments. Hey, Herbie in India. Hello, liquor enthusiast. Cheers to you, Tommy. I am. I went to a college football game yesterday. The game was sold out. I had no ticket. The ticket window was closed and said sold out. Well, they had it open for people that might have been like family members of the players, and they have special tickets they can get. Look at that nice lacing. And I was like, man, how am I going to get a ticket? I'm having a nice grain-based Powers Gold label and Carolyn's in my coffee now, laughing out loud. Oh, yeah, Carolyn's. I've had their Noel. He might come along this morning. Claude might come in. Jean might come in. Maybe nobody will come in. So I was sitting out there by the ticket office on a bench. It was Florida Atlantic University at Tulane University. And I got up, I stood up, and I was like, well, game's going to start less than an hour. It was getting actually more like 30 minutes from game time. I said, let me go see if I can find a ticket. And a lady walked by and she says, she's about my age, a little younger. She says, you need a ticket? I said, yes. And she said, follow me. That's what I said, follow me. She had it on her phone. So went up to the entranceway, you know, where they check the tickets. And she said, he's with me, and let me in. And she said, and she was talking to me up by the seats up in the upper deck, which is the prime seats, actually. And she said, or the Westfeld Club, some of the better seats. She said, I hate to just throw tickets away, you know. And she might work for like a real estate company. A lot of these companies, they give away comp tickets. And you might give it to like 4 people, but maybe only one of them really wants to go to the game, so they'll just waste them. So a lot of these games are sold out technically, but then there won't be every seat won't be full when you go inside the stadium. Same thing with NFL games, especially. Got a lot of insurance companies buying tickets for their employees or to give to clients, petroleum companies, and all of that. And a lot of these people, they just won't go. They just say, "Oh man, free tickets," but then they're not motivated to go because they didn't pay for it anyway. I mean, they might go, but then if there's anything that get in their way, they're not going to go because they didn't pay for the ticket. Whereas if they had paid the $80 for the ticket, they're going. You know what I mean? No, I mean. So I was very appreciative. Boy, this beer is bitter. I told you, four out of 5 hop cones or more. Let me see real fast here. So I've been to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 college games this year, and I paid 25, 35, 65, 85, $85 total. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About $14 a game. That's not bad. Okay. Cheers, says Wayne. Hello, Oliver. Good to see you back. Okay, I got to go get some more of the beer. Boy, this beer is great. Oh, I forgot I had to put it up here on display. I have it out. People ask me from time to time, like, don't you think Elysian got ruined after Anheuser-Busch bought it in like 2011? They're selling it down here. I got to shake it. I said, well, I can't comment on that because prior to the buyout, we never got their products. Okay, we never got Elysian products, just like we never got Goose Island products prior to the buyout. So whether it was better, I don't know, or not, I don't know, because they weren't available in Louisiana. After the buyout, Anheuser-Busch started making it available. So my opinion is really great. Elysian, Goose Island for the most part. Whether they were better, I do not know. And I never will know unless I can figure out how to go back in time, be a time explorer. Oh, man. It's heading toward 5 out of 5 hop cones. It's got a good date on it. Best Buy. Yeah, we're in good shape on that. Kids are playing next door with tools. A lot of what they do is aimless. They aren't necessarily supervised adequately. You get it. Okay. You're looking up here, but you can't decide what you want. You want to go look out the window, watch them work? Go look out there. You like to look out the window. Or you don't, I guess. Anyway, right. I'll be like Vandal Savage. Call it Vandal Savage Beer Reviews. As we go through time and look at brewery offerings before the buyout. Man, the foam is so thick inside the bottle. Oh, I bet it is popular before Seattle Seahawks games. I've been to the Mariners twice, but not the Seahawks ever. The draft of that is fabulous. I did like that Seahawks, the Mariners Stadium. I have to admit that. I toured Toronto Stadium, the Sky Dome, Rogers Center, as they call it now, and I toured the Baltimore Orioles Park at Camden Yards, Orioles Park at Camden Yards. But I've never been on any other tours because, well, they weren't available. A lot of times, if you're there the day of the game, it's not available because they don't want to disrupt the game. But sometimes it is, like Toronto and Baltimore was available. Will the Seahawks win today? I have my picks here. I picked oh wait, wrong site. Let me see where my picks are. You should be getting sleepy by now. Usually this kitten sleeps during the day, son. The fact that she's awake is a little odd. Okay, hold on a second. I just had to tell somebody the kitten was distracting me this morning. I was trying to write up some stuff and I got the numbers wrong. Okay, I'm picking. Here's my picks. I'm picking New England, Miami. Well, New England already won. Nothing difficult there to pick. New England, Miami, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Minnesota, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles Chargers, Los Angeles Rams. So both of them. San Francisco, Baltimore, Denver, Philadelphia, Dallas. That's 15 games. So no, they're not in the picks. New England, Miami, Atlanta, Buffalo, Houston, Minnesota, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Baltimore, Denver, Philadelphia, Dallas. That's my picks. Am I real confident in these picks? Not really. But the NFL is hard to pick. So far this year, I've gotten 86 out of 135 correct. If I calculated correctly. Puts me at 64% right. It's hard to pick these games. Yeah, she just roams around. But she stays quiet at night. I'll give her that. She knows I'm sleeping, so she keeps things quiet. Now, when I wake up and get out the bed, start making the bed, well, she's coming into the room looking for me, wants to run under the bed, out the bed, under the bed, back under the bed. So she's all excited because I'm awake, you see. People say, buy her a bunch of cat toys. I did, but then she'd rather play with this. Ink pen and a pencil. She wants to play with an ink pen and a pencil. Don't know why. The ball, the little toy, the mice. She'll play with them for a minute. And then loose leaf paper. She wants to play with loose leaf paper. You can hear it. You've had some, huh? Me too, but all the ones that stay outside get killed or something. They disappear. That's 3 in 3 years. But I think the coyotes get them because I hear coyotes, like pack of 20 of them out there in those woods west of here. And they're especially loud when the train comes blowing the whistle. That high-pitched whistle. It might bother their ears, but you'll hear all the coyotes at once going, yip, 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 yip. But apparently they kill people's pets. Those outside cats were not technically my pet. I was just feeding them, and except for Orangey, one of the 3, they wouldn't even let me touch them, but they would show up every morning for their food and hang around. I said if you would stay in the backyard and not roam around, you'd be alive, but they want to go out into the woods. Could be somebody in the neighborhood hurting them too, though. Some people are evil, you know, they don't like cats. They poison them and stuff. Got some bad people. All right, so this is very juicy. I don't know why they need to make a juice dust. Really, why do they need to make a juice dust? Because this is juicy by virtue of the hop combination. You know, you don't need to add orange peel and orange juice. You know, that when you squirt the peel, you know, the zest. You don't need to add that to it. I mean, now was the juice dust good? I mean, it's good. It's well made. I'm not taking issue with it. I just don't see why you would need to do that. You don't need to placate everybody that wants to drink juice, but they do it. It's on the market and it sells. Some ferals never warm up, I have discovered. Yeah, those were getting toward that. They were getting closer to me, getting kind of used to me, but they disappeared before they had a chance to warm up. And I think something bad happened to them. See something here. Hey. Well, yes, close, but no cigar. You're right. Cigar. Cigar. Now, the rating is going to be very high for this beer. I'm going to give this beer a score of an 8. 9.5 out of 10. Now, you could laugh, scoff, ridicule, whatever you say you want to do. You say, that's too high. That's a commercial beer. It's mass production. It's under Anheuser-Busch, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I'm no fan of Anheuser-Busch, but I'm no enemy of them either. You know, I'm just like trying stuff. I drink things, try them, give a score. You know, I'm not a partisan. I'm not like a trumpeting them or opposed to them. It's just a company like any other company. I don't have any personal interest in what they do. I'm not in their pocket. I'm not working for them. I wish I was working for them, because then you would see an Anheuser-Busch InBev video about every day. You know, not exclusively, but you see one every day, and you could get enough of their products to do a video every day. But I'm not on there. I'm not in their pocket or anybody else's pocket yet. Hold on, somebody's calling me. Why are they calling me now? I'm fine. I'm doing something right now, but can I call you back? Okay. All right, bye. Somebody calling me from River Ridge, Louisiana, wanted to ask me about the game yesterday and about the kitten. Isn't that funny? All right. So yeah, Miller, Molson Coors, Heineken, Anheuser-Busch InBev, Modelo, that's part of Anheuser-Busch. You can call me. I'll get on your payroll. I'll do videos. I'll be your shill. But I'd rather if Founders would do that, or Russian River. Really, y'all need to call me and get me on your payroll. You know, may as well, if I'm gonna get bought out by somebody and do videos for them, I may as well get, like Russian River, right? Okay. Did Orangey have kittens? I don't know. Orangey is a strange mystery because right before she started warming up to me and Hurricane Ida hit, I found a dead black kitten on the back patio and behind this house. Dead black kitten. Now, where would that cat come from? It was a newborn. I think it was one of Orangey's kittens. And it was dead at birth and she dropped it there. This is a theory. I don't know this. So somebody's kitten. So that was a strange thing. Then she got big, pregnant, and then she disappeared. I don't know if she went into the woods to have the babies. I built a little box for her, like a little housing for her and the babies. But, they won't follow that. Like you build it for them, but no, they won't go in the woods and have the babies. And then the coyotes eat her and all the babies. I don't know. I don't know what happened. She was a very stubborn animal anyway. Between Anheuser-Busch, InBev, and Sazerac. Oh, yeah, as far as liquor, if Sazerac wants me to get under their umbrella and be a shill for them, they could send me Pappy Van Winkle, all the Eagle Rare 12, all of these products. And I'll just do videos and I'll just be bragging on them, oh, it's great, it's the best, Or Heaven Hill, because they got some high grade products too. I mean, honestly, but you know what? No beer, wine, or liquor company ever contacted me asking me to be a shill for them, where they get a free show of a kitten playing with a ball. And I get the feeling after 15 years, I'm not going to get any contacts from these people. This month is the 15th anniversary of Louisiana Beer Reviews. I started 15 years ago, and I think it's a good start. So now, as far as what's coming up on the channel, I know this time of morning is early for people, but I'm not going to go later with football-related issues on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, A, no one's going to watch if it's during the NFL games. B, I don't want to do it because it's during the NFL game. This is a convenient time for me. And this is not even my show. I took this over from John and Neil A. and Michael Komarov, who were doing Stout Sunday every Sunday. They did that for a couple of years, and then they got to where they weren't able to do it so much, and then barely ever able to do it. And I would fill in, and then never able to do it because it was early, and they didn't, honestly, they just didn't want to do it anymore. So I just kind of co-opted it. They didn't care because they didn't feel like waking up early. I wake up at, you would think, outrageous hours of the morning, and I get that. And I do. I'm like a reverse night owl. I wake up when people are getting ready to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean. But it works for me because I could check all the sports highlights and do all those kind of things. And not be bothered with phone call. Well, some people still will call at an outrageous time of the morning or night. See, I would never call somebody at 3 a.m. just to talk. I don't do that. But other people do. They don't have any kind of fill in the blanks. Okay. So what's coming up? We've got Strong Beer Wednesday on Wednesday, the 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Strong beer, any strong beer, 5.5 or above, 5.5% alcohol or above. Now you could scoff and say 5.5, that's not strong. Yeah, drink 5 and see if it's not strong. To me, it's strong. I think it's strong. Okay. I mean, at least getting into the precipice of strong, to the beginning of it. Uh, Unless I go to Philadelphia to see the Tulane game, that's a long way to drive to see a 3-hour game, right? Which is obviously probably not going to happen. But it would be fun to drive there and go to the stadium, Temple at Citizens Lincoln Financial Field. But it's not critical, certainly. And it's not. So we're probably going to do Fandango Friday at 6:30 Eastern this Friday coming up. And then next Sunday would be another Super Sunday, assuming I don't go out of town, and I don't think I will. Yeah, so that'd be 10:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific. Now, as far as show and tell, I found some interesting products. I can't lie about it. Any new whiskey? Well, yeah, sort of like that. Let me show you. Y'all want to see any show and tell? Anyone? Aside from a kitten, any show and tell going once? Any show and tell going twice? Okay, do it, says Liquor Enthusiast. All right, come here. Hey, calm down. Okay, this is Crybaby. And she cries a lot. And when I first got her, she whined. She was crying all night long for her mother because she was so small. She was still nursing, I think. She wasn't really ready to go away from the mother. That was 3.5 weeks ago. She was really tiny. But she ate the canned food, and she got used to this place. She loves it, actually. But yeah, okay, I'll show you what I got. So we'll get rid of the Elysian. Cap it off. Get rid of it here. That's the last of the 6-pack. If I could find Elysian Space Dust for $8.99 a 6-pack all the time, I would actually buy it all the time. Like I would buy it every month because, but usually it's $10.49 6-pack. Yeah, Crybaby. That's her name because that's what she does. Yeah, you see her running in the background. Okay, here I found this over the last week. There she is in the background here. This is called JoJo. You know, and JoJo was a man who thought he was a woman. But this is JoJo chocolate chip cookie dough flavored whiskey. I like cookies. It's true. I like cookies. I don't know about cookie dough, which is like uncooked, unbaked. Some people like that. But it's from Texas. It's trademarked. It's 35% alcohol. It's made with love, which is good. Better making it with hate. And it says enjoy with love, which I will. And it's certified kosher. It says it right there. And even if it wasn't, it wouldn't be because of the other thing. So it's distilled in, oh boy. It's distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana at the old Seagram's distillery. Because they don't own it anymore, but it still says Seagram's on the signs and all, but it's really not owned. It's not owned by them. But it's distilled in Indiana, and it's bottled by Sanctified Spirits in Bridgeport, Texas, which is northwest of Fort Worth. They don't make their own products, and they're honest. They'll say on their website, we don't really make anything. I was looking at their website yesterday. We don't really make anything. We just bottle stuff. Okay. And that's good to know. So this is called JoJo chocolate chip cookie dough flavored whiskey, 35% alcohol, and it's in Boss bottle. And I've never had it. And this is the only product that they make as far as flavored whiskey. And they make a whole line of other whiskeys, bourbons and stuff. But I found this at a local store and it was a good price, so I bought it. Now, whether it's any good, I do not know. I've never watched a review. I've never read a review. Exactly, sourced like so many other things in our lives. You drank a lot yesterday and you have a hangover today. Well, Herbie, I've told you, you need to cool it. I told other people that, but they don't listen. Drewski Brewski, I was like, you might want to drink some water sometime, You could drink water, like water. You don't have to drink bourbon as water. But he doesn't listen, But he's friendly and pleasant to me, so I don't really take issue with it. Yeah, it's a source product, which is kind of like the thing these days. But that's one of my newest acquisitions, and I plan to try it soon, like maybe on Fandango Friday. Fandango Friday, you need liquor or liqueur. That's a good choice. All right, well, that's it. We're getting off here, getting off the bandwidth. You want to make one last appearance? Come here. Come here. When I pick her up, she goes brr, 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 brr. Sound like a motor running. The MGP is big these days. Boy, you said it. They are huge. So there you go. Crybaby. Fidgety as always. Go ahead, jump down. That way you can ask me to get back up. She's running that motor right now. Come here. Come here. All right. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye and have a nice Sunday and a great week. Thank you. There she goes. Those cats are funny, ain't they? All right. Anyway, cheers to the viewers and y'all take care. Bye-bye.